Welcome to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Kush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. All right, everybody, welcome back to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. I am, of course, Dr. Kush. We are here today continuing our lessons in punch. If there's going to be a summer of love, there's going to be a Toyota summer sales event, there better be a summer of punch. And I am taking care of that for us as a species currently. We're going to be dealing today with kind of an offshoot of punch. We've dealt with a sling before. We kind of saw where punch went when it went slinging. We're going to see where punch goes when it goes Frenching. Once the French got their little hands into this, their little croissant hands in there, they started grabbing this stuff out, and they were able to pull a whole new drink out of the punch. And that is what we are dealing with today. And they kind of brought in a very cool version of it. So we're going to be making a cocktail called the tea punch. That's how they say it. I'm not, you can either say a petite punch or you can say a tea punch. So I want you guys to all practice that at home or wherever. Honestly, it doesn't have to be at home. Grocery stores, little league games, piloting something. I don't know. Clearly, we need more pilots in the world. I had a rough travel day yesterday. I thought I would make the show, and I ended up missing it by about 12 hours. Don't like travel anymore. Used to really like travel. Don't like it anymore. Speaking of things that I do like, though, let me say hello to my friends, to all of the people that are here. Let me say hello to Tiki Tom Hubbard. Cheers just to Sean. And honestly, you guys are going to have to earn your cheers. Tiki Tom doesn't just throw those out. Just to Sean. Let me say hello over here to Moose. Moose, finally a live show, buddy. You're telling me. You are telling me. I've been trying to get back to this live show for a minute. Could not do it. Kyle is here. Kyle is always here, unless he's not. And then he's just not. I mean, if he's not here, what can I say? You can be here or you can be two types of people in this world. People that are here, people that are not. Let me say hello to David Virtue. In fact, let me say hey-o to David Virtue. Cheers to you, pal. Dougie G, howdy, y'all. Dougie G reminded me I am turning in my drinks tonight for a San Diego Tiki Oasis. I'm turning them in. I have to let them know what I'm making. So I'm nervous. I'm incredibly nervous about what I'm making. Hopefully, I do you guys right. And at that point, I will also attach a little addendum on the bottom and says, hey, where's that code? Where's that code? We need a code so that we can all get cheaper tickets to the seminars. I hope the Tiki people aren't lying people. I don't know. Shawnee Panda Baker has finally changed. I did not see Sean's first thing, so I don't know what he's referring to, but good luck. We liked you just the way you were. The nicest man on the internet, he's been called. And that's not too far off. Shawnee P's been called the nicest man on the internet. I guess he's changed now. So be prepared for a lot more derogatory sayings coming out of Shawnee P. Scotty Du Bois never has a bad thing to say. Shawnee P may be up there now for nicest person on the internet. I don't know. Scotty Du Bois might be up there for the nicest person on the internet after Shawnee P lost it because he has changed now. Good to see at least one of the boys. Half the Du Bois are here. We got Du Bois. We are looking for Du Bois. Cocktail Lulu is here. Cheers to Cocktail Lulu. Cheers and to y'all. Okay, good. We have now both Du Bois. Both Du Bois are in the house. Du Bois are back in town. I hate that I couldn't stop that one. Amy Beer is here. Hello to Amy Beer. Amy Beer is here, and she is ready. To cheer. I don't know. The rhyming. Can we stop the rhyming today? Dougie G remembers his first tea punch. Thought it was a total lighter fluid. Probably wasn't made well because now I love them. Well, or, eventually we start to build up some sort of immunity to the taste of alcohol. if you give eventually when you've drank enough, it doesn't hurt as much. Grant is now calling this Thursday. Grant, of course, the heel of the show, the bad guy. Every show needs a bad guy. That's what we need today. Cheers to everyone. Sean was the only one up there when I showed up. It's all right, Tiki Tom. I guess I was wrong. Tiki Tom does just say hello to everybody. So maybe he's up for nicest guy on the internet. I don't know who is up for nicest guy on the internet. I do know, however, that they will be in my chat. Let's get in 1 second. Where would the toes go? I don't know what that means. Oh, everyone needs heels. Where would the toes go? We'll let that one stick. Okay. Punch. We are in the summer of punch. If you didn't know that, it's because you haven't watched a show in a little while. We are deep in our punch age. We are feeling punch. This show, as the kids say, it's giving punch. This show currently, no cap, is giving punch. So that's what we're up to today. All of the punches we have done so far have at least had a little bit of a West Indies, like an English West Indies punch sort of lilt to them. They sort of leaned towards the British West Indies punches. This one does not. This one uses the word punch, but does not complete the rhyme. Does not complete the rhyme. The rhyme, of course, being 1 of sour, 2 of sweet, 3 of strong, 4 of weak, and a little nice to make it all nice. That's the rhyme. This one does not do that. However, we have to remember punches predated the cocktail by many, many years, hundreds of years, possibly. Could be 1,000. I don't know, but at least a couple hundred. So, can I give you guys a fun fact? Let me give you a fun fact. Did you know that George Washington did not know about dinosaurs? George Washington, the first president of the United States, they had not discovered dinosaurs at that point. They hadn't figured out that dinosaurs were a thing. So the father of our country had no word for dinosaurs. Didn't even know the word dinosaur. Now, why am I telling you this? The drink we're about to make is basically a mix between a sour and an old-fashioned type of cocktail. But because we didn't have the terminology for that, we're going to call it a punch. That's how this sort of ends up being. And we now can say, we can look at sour cocktails, which is citrus, sugar, booze, and we can say that is a descendant of the punch, or we can call it a proper name, which is a petite punch, or sometimes a lesser punch. That's all we're dealing with right now today. Is anybody else mind blown that George Washington had no idea that dinosaurs existed? I learned that the other day, and I thought, oh man, no wonder he was, he crossed the Delaware, wasn't afraid of getting bit by a big dinosaur. That's probably the answer. Not a lot going in this, but ingredients then become even more important. Sometimes we can take in like a jungle juice, we can take whatever crappy stuff we have and just pour it in, no big deal. In this one though, you need to find some right ingredients, and we're going to show you the proper way to make this cocktail. Now I'm down one instrument. I'm down one instrument, and that is this guy right here. Now I do have a metal swizzle. This is put that in focus. There we go. Win my awards. This is a swizzle right here. If you really want to do this right, you're going to want to grab not a metal swizzle, but a wooden swizzle. I bought this thinking that this was going to be just fine for everything. Turns out almost every time we need a wooden swizzle. But we'll get into that in a minute, what that does. 3 ingredients. 3 ingredients only. If you want, you can add a little bit of ice. But 3 ingredients only. So we need to make these ingredients all count a lot. So first ingredient right here is our good friend, the lime, the noble lime. Let me say hello real quick to our good friend, Dr. Taco MD. George Washington loved Barbados rum. That's true. George Washington, though he did not know about dinosaurs, I imagine would have loved dinosaurs. George Washington seemed like he might have been, you guys, I was one of these. I'm sure you were too. A dinosaur kid that knew a lot about dinosaurs. They say that says a lot about what you're going to be when you grow up. If you're a dinosaur kid or if you weren't a dinosaur kid. I was a dinosaur kid. Um, and eventually that turned me in, I think, to a rum kid or a rum adult, a cocktail kid. When you start to know a lot about a specific subject when you're a kid, eventually you transfer that into something stupid as an older person. Anyway, we're getting our lime ready. I don't know where that went off. We're going to get this guy right here. This is a lime. Now, normally I would tell you how to slice that lime. You guys have all seen it. We would take it and we would slice it right here, and then we cut it and we go right here, and then we cut it right here. And I do this whole thing where I point to the middle. Not today, folks, not today. We are, in fact, not really even interested in a lot of the juice of this lime. The juice is not what we're looking for. Instead, we want that elusive oil that lives on the outside of this lime. So inside of all these little dots, these little pores in here, lives a delicious oil. We want the oil, son. We don't care that much about the juice. So we're going to cut what's called a coin or a lime coin in this, and we're going to, I'm going to show you how to do that. It looks like this. Bling. Now, if the light wasn't shining so bright, why is that camera sort of stalling? It's not great. If you can see this just a little bit better, you can see that there is just a little bit of that juice pulp in there. We do want a little bit of that juice pulp, just a little bit. Just a little bit. What we're really interested in is going to be the oils on the outside. So we are going to throw this. This is going to be prepared. This is a fun thing. I don't speak French. I don't know if that's a shock to anybody. If you looked at me, a lot of people look at me and they say, I assume you do magic. They just look right at me. Most people in my life have just assumed that I do at least 5 or 6 magic tricks. I don't do any magic tricks. I don't think people look at me and say, I think you speak French. But if you were thinking that, I don't. In fact, the one French phrase that I know is, Je suis désolé, je ne parle pas français. I am very sorry. I speak no French. That's it. Also, je voudrais le poulet. I would like the chicken. That's it. I've learned one more, and I'm not even going to try and work my way through this phrase. I'm going to get up on my 10-meter board, and I'm going to high dive into a moistened sponge with this phrase. Are we ready? The phrase goes, Chacun prépare sa propre mort. I think I did pretty good on that. Let me do that again. Chacun prépare sa propre mort. Chacun prépare sa propre mort. What the heck does that mean? I think it's a kind of a cool thing, and I'm so glad I learned it before we got into the Tiki Oasis thing, because that's sort of the thesis of my talk. What it means is chacun. Let me just read it again. Chacun prépare sa propre mort. It means everyone prepares their own death. Everyone prepares their own death. So the reason that maybe some of us don't love this cocktail is because we didn't love the way our bartender created it. Really, to make a tea punch, you should be creating your own tea punch, because you will know how much sweet you want in there, how much lime you want in there, how much agricole you want in there, and nothing else, unless you want to put ice in there. So, chacun prépare sa propre mort means everybody prepares their own death, and that means that you can put as much or as little of any of this stuff in as you would like. But we're going to go ahead and throw in 1 coin of lime right there, and then we are going to take our muddler. This, my friends, is a muddler. We really, for me, because chacun prépare sa propre mort, I liked a lot of those oils in there. So we're really going to get in here and we're going to hold it like this so that it doesn't look weird. This is so it doesn't look weird. Really working on all this on these awards for cinematography. There we go. Get off of there. There we go. Just going to squeeze as much of that oil out as we can. If we want, we can just give this a little proper squeeze, get some of those juices out of there. There we go. If we get to the end and we think we need a little bit more, hey, chacun prepare sa propre mort. It's fun to learn. Okay. Let's get another. There we go. Next thing we need is a little bit of some sugar. Now, not just any sugar, my friends, not just any sugar. We are looking for a demerara sugar. So this is a demerara simple syrup. Now, there are great companies like, and I'm going to do this also, high diving into this, Clement, who makes cane sugar syrup. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for unfiltered, unadulterated. We're not looking for the white sugar stuff. We're looking for something where the sugar looks a little bit like this, or maybe a little bit like this. This is also a demerara sugar. It's the dark sugar. It's unprocessed sugar. That's what we're looking for. We don't want a lot of this simple syrup. We don't want a lot, even a little bit. We want very, very little amounts of this. Dr. Taco just also said the exact same thing. Very, very little. You don't want a ton of this in here. So we're going to be putting in, now again, chacun prepare sa propre mort. We're going to be putting in a little bit less than a bar spoon. Now, this is the size of bar spoon I'm using. So a little bit less than a bar spoon. A little bit less of a bar spoon than, a little bit less than a bar spoon of some cane sugar syrup. Simple. Easy. Let's put this right here. You see that in the shot? No, good. Okay. I don't know why I brought this in. Okay. As of right now, you can look at this cocktail and be like, Kush, that's a daiquiri. You started a daiquiri. No. Technically, no. We have not started a daiquiri. No. Even if you put some lime juice in here, really the amounts of this are so tiny. We're looking for teeny tiny little moves of the dial to make this cocktail work right, that technically this cannot be called a daiquiri, even though it has all the same ingredients. However, the other reason that we can't really call this daiquiri is because of the rum that we are using. Now, some rums will use an agricole, some daiquiris will use an agricole rum. Some daiquiris, some people's favorite daiquiris are agricole rums. But in order to make a tea punch or a petite punch or a tea punch, whatever the heck we're calling it today, you're going to need something that looks like this. Now, this is, let's get our, let's win our awards. There we go. Perfect. This is, just so that we don't look like we're falling off the side of the earth. Excellent. This is a rum called Trois Rivières. Trois Rivières. It means three Rivière. What it means. I believe Rivière probably is rivers. I think it's probably three rivers. Does it say anywhere on here? It does not. Does not say what Rivière means, and I should have looked it up. But this stuff is called agricole rum. It is from pure cane juice. It is not made from molasses. All right. Most rums you're going to find that aren't specifically a Martinique or an agricole rum are going to be made from molasses, the byproduct of making sugar. This stuff is made with pure cane syrup. This stuff is going to, when we say it's an agricole, it's because it tastes very much like eating agriculture. It's very much like just taking the agriculture of a place and shoving it into your mouth. It is grassy. It is dirty. It is it's tough. It's hard. It's hardy. People get very, very weirded out by rum agricole. If you haven't tried it though, I recommend you try it. Don't listen to those people that get weirded out by it. It's delicious. It is big and thick, and it's got a little bit of that. It's like Funk's cousin that we got going on here. Anyway, grab yourself a French Martinique rum or just an agricole rum, I suppose would work. But find yourself something that's made from pure cane syrup or pure cane juice. And you're going to be putting in, let me just get this real quick. Chacun prépare sa propre mort. Remember, chacun prépare sa propre mort. Put in as much or as little as you'd like. 2 to 3 ounces is about what we're looking for. So pour that in. 2 to 3 ounces of a French agricole rum. What the heck is that? There's a little thing in my thing. Boy, oh boy, that smells so good. We're going to need another bottle of Trois Rivières here soon. Yes, Dougie G repeats, it is Funk's cousin. I would say that's the funk that you, or the smell and the taste that you get from agricole rum is Jamaican funk. The funk that you get from Jamaican rums, I would say that's Funk's cousin. That's what I think. That's what I think. Let me say hello real quick to the UF Mark, our resident gator. Cheers, chomp chomp. Okay. This, my friends, this is the cocktail. That is kind of it. There's not a lot. What this is meant to do, what this cocktail is meant to do, more than anything, is it is meant to get you tasting the rum. It's important that you find a rum that you like. I like Trois Rivières. If you have another, if you like Clement, or if you like Nielsen, or whatever other French Martinique rum, whatever one that you like, this is meant to get you tasting that. It's going to help to sort of bring up some of the flavors using that funky, vegetal simple syrup, or that vegetal sugar that you're using. And it's going to bring out some of those citrus notes by adding just a little bit of that lime. It's going to sort of accentuate the flavors in that rum in a very similar way that an old fashioned is meant to make you taste the whiskey a little bit more. Right? We're adding a little bit of that sweet. Usually you make an old fashioned with something like a bourbon, even if you're making with a rye. That sweet is going to be in there from the charred notes on the walls. It's also going to be being brought in there from whatever grain you're using, especially if you're using bourbon. We're making that from corn. Corn has the syrup, et cetera, et cetera. It's going to be bringing that all out. And then the bitters are also going to help find those polyphenols and all that stuff in there to just sort of get that going. Now, I personally, for me, I like ice. So we are going to be putting just a little bit of ice in this. Traditionally not served with ice, but everybody that makes a tea punch now says, okay, a little bit of ice. If, however, you see YouTube channels that make a tea punch and they put a bunch of crushed ice into their cocktail, I would say, me personally, I'm not French. Chacun prépare sa propre mort. I say, I'm not really French, even though I sound French. I am not French. So I don't know what the actual rule about putting ice in this is, but I like ice. I think a little dilution doesn't hurt. This is a 50% or a 100 proof rum, so a little bit of ice has almost never hurt anybody. We're going to drop this in. There we go. And because chacun prépare sa propre mort, we're going to give this a little spin. Oh, damn it. Forgot a whole thing. I told you guys all about the other thing, and then I forgot about that other thing. What did I do with the little pinchers? I gotta get this ice out of here somehow. What did I do with the pinchers? Put them in here. Here they are. We're gonna get this out. There is one thing that we need. But there's one thing that we need to do. I was about to stir this bad boy. Don't stir this bad boy. All right? Ni pas stir le bad boy. Instead, we're going to take our little swizzle and we are going to swizzle this to really just sort of wake this up. Now, is this, if I had forgotten this step and then tasted the cocktail, would I have known from the taste? Blindfolded? Would I have known? Probably not. Maybe we should do that on BattleBox at some point. But no, I probably wouldn't have noticed. But we do want to give this a little swizzle just to get everything sort of going in here. We're not even really aerating it. We're not melting any ice. All we're doing is making it angry, I think. There we go. The bubbles don't even stick around that long. Doesn't matter. The traditional way of doing the tea punch is to give it a little swizzle like this. That's the traditional way. If you don't have a way to do that, you're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There we go. Drop this right here. Excellent. And because I want to anglicize this, I don't want to francify this. I do want to give this just a little bit of a stir here, just to sort of bring that give that ice a little motion. That motion is going to help sort of melt some of the ice, get a little dilution. There we have it. Now, because chacun prepare sa prepare mort, we're going to taste this. We're going to see if there's anything we need to fix. So cheers, merci buckets, all that stuff. How do they say cheers in? I'm sure there's a way that I just can't think of. How do you say cheers in French? Is it I don't know. I don't know how to say cheers in French. I have a very good friend. He's French, and I don't ever ask him any questions. Yep. You're going to need to like Martinique agricole rum. But with just the little amounts we put in here, I can say, first of all, the lime that I have in here was not limey enough. So I'm just going to throw a touch more. Now we're just going to give it one more coin here. There we go. That's a coin. And we're just going to squeeze this over. There we go. Just a little bit of juice getting in there, but a lot of those oils. Much, much better if you can grow your own lime tree. It only takes about 47 years, it turns out. I'm learning. These were store-bought limes, not the great limes that we are looking for. So you might have to put just a touch more lime. You want it to have a little bit of lime, but it doesn't have to go crazy. People are letting me know. Paul, our resident polyglot. Paul seems to speak all the languages. Asante. The UF Mark. We speak a lot of French down at the University of Florida, I assume. Santa. Yeah. Well, that's it, guys. This is really a very, I know it took me 30 minutes in this demonstration to make this cocktail, but if you're doing it quick, it doesn't take that long. Just bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. You should be good to go. Very nice, very simple, and a great way to get you into agricole rum or into things like, I mean, if you want to switch this out for, say, some, I don't know, a rock or something, it's just like rums that you aren't, Santé. It's Santé. Santa. Santé. It's like Ashante. I know Ashante, another French thing I know. It's a good way to get you into rums. Rums do very well, sort of like tequila does very well with a little bit of lime. Rums do very well with a little bit of sugar, especially if you can find a sugar that is similar to the sugar that the rum is made with, and just a little bit of lime to bring out some of those citrus notes. That's what we're looking for. This is a great way to get you into stuff like that. Not technically a West Indies style punch, but in the punch tradition, it is a mixed cocktail that was created before we started seeing cocktails. They're pretty close, the petite punch, but you know, the French are The French don't. The French aren't going to listen to your rules. All right, the French are going to do what the French do. We're going to do what we're going to do, and never the two shall meet. But this stuff, this cocktail, I think, very nice way to get into some of the less approachable rums in the world. There we go. That's what I got for you. Now, remember, like, subscribe. What are the other ones? Oh, like, subscribe, share, and report. Nope. Comment. Like, subscribe, share, and comment on these things, and we will do more of them. Hopefully, that's what you want. Cheers. Okay, we got that out. Now, fun announcement. I wasn't making a big deal about this. I made a huge deal about it last year and the year before. My birthday is next week. We always do a birthday show. We've always done a birthday show. We are doing a birthday show. It will be on Saturday. We are calling it Dr. Kush Turns 21 Twice. Dr. Kush turns 21 twice. So I hope to see you all there. This will be the big birthday celebration. Will be on the 15th of June. That is not my actual birthday, but it's close enough. So show up there for Dr. Kush Turns 21 Twice. What we're going to be doing is I'm going to be taking some punches that I would have been drinking at the age of 21, and I'm going to adjust them so that I can drink them at the age of 21 twice. I'm 21 2 times. I have my 21-year-old self can drink again. So that's what we're doing. We're going to be doing that. So hopefully you guys are interested. Dr. FD says, seems low. Seems low? How old do I look? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Dr. Kush, I mean, not 3 times. I'm not 63 at this point. I guess it does seem a little low. Turns 21 twice. Thank you very much, Cockalulu. Very looking forward to it, I guess. Anyway, so tune in on this Saturday for Dr. Kush Turns 21 Twice, where we will be making punches that I would have really enjoyed at 21. And we're going to make them so that a proper adult can drink them. Things like jungle juice, things like Hawaiian punch, things like swamp juice. They're all juices. They're all juices. That's what we're doing. So tune in then on Saturday for that. And then it'll be actually my birthday on Tiki Tuesday. So Tiki Tuesday, we will make my favorite tiki cocktail. And I'm going to have to figure out what that is. Tiki Tom says, I just realized that next year I will turn 21 3 times. All right. Tiki Tom turns 21 thrice. That's fun. That's fun. I don't know. I think that's fun. I feel like we should get to celebrate our 21st birthday as many times as it comes around. So I had a fun time on my 21st birthday. The first time I spent it in Chicago. A lot of fun. And hopefully this one will be good too. So we're spending this one here at the bar. As always, you guys are the best. Hopefully you enjoyed your tea punch. We will continue the summer of punch up until I do my seminar at San Diego Tiki Oasis. I will definitely let everybody know as possible about the code. Please, if you are not on there and are looking for the code, I will put it, the first place I will put it is up on the Facebook group. That is Dr. Kush's After Hours. Is that what we're calling it? Not exotic after hours. Dr. Kush's After Hours is what we're putting it on there. 2 times the Malort, 2 times the 21. That my 21st birthday was not the Malort story. I have gotten trashed in Chicago 2 times. 2 times. Tiki Tom. 21 3 times or thrice sounds better than 63. I thought 21 twice sounded better than 42. So let's get into it. It's the meaning of life. And always, yes, Dr. Kush's Exotic After Hours. Is it really? I think it's Dr. Kush's After Hours because I remember Shaft is in there somewhere. And I thought, that's not good. Why is there always a bad word in the middle of it? Okay, well, find it. It's Dr. Cush's Exotic After Hours or Dr. Cush's After Hours. Find me there. I will put up whatever codes I can get, whatever I can pull out of the Tiki Oasis people, I will give it to. So the seminars, we can start signing up for them on Saturday. Meanwhile, thank you guys so much for showing up to this one. We will see you for Dr. Cush turns 21 twice on Saturday. As always, thank you, and watch these people go by. All these names, these are patrons. They're keeping the show alive. So, what do we always say to them?
Goodbye.
We don't say that. We say, give them big kisses. Okay, bye-bye. Wow.
Tiki tiki pi, taca taca ta, teque teque, no es verdad, ta 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 ta.
Suddenly, pineapples.
Little pig, let me in.
Ain't nobody got time for that. This is the way we're talking to some Lasagna.
That's all I am. Just a regular human bartender.
Bye bye. Bye bye.